Hi, baddie. Welcome to another episode of Bad Bitch Embodiment podcast. My name is Jenna. I'm your host and guide, helping you feel empowered and supported to break up with diet culture, fall in love with your body, and call in your dream relationship. Let's get started. Hello. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how to transform your life with a 30-day fashion challenge. Y'all, I did this, and it is the reason why I am speaking to you on this podcast right now. I have so much to share about this. First off, I'm going to tell you a story, of course, from my life and really give you the down and dirty details of my own experience. And then what I am going to do is I am going to help you implement this type of experience in your own life with some tips and an offer for you to join me if you would like support and empowerment on your healing journey. So let's get started. This 30-day fashion challenge arose from a series of events that occurred after my breakup. Maybe you know, maybe you don't, but in the fall of 2025, I went through the worst breakup of my life. And after that breakup, I had really lost myself. And I know you probably have experienced this because I sure have. When I made a choice in my mind that I wanted to be different after that relationship ended, all of a sudden my Instagram algorithm changed and I was being shown a bunch of different new teachers and concepts that helped support me in getting over this breakup. And there was one post that came across my feed that talked about identity transformation through fashion. It was this beautiful girl named Gala Darling. So if you haven't followed Gala Darling on Instagram, I will link her in the show notes below because she is iconic. She has pink hair. Her outfits are always over the fucking top. And this post pretty much just came across my Instagram feed that talked about how she transformed her life through fashion. And I love fashion. So I was like, wow, this is so fucking cool. I'm going to follow her. But that's all that really happened at that moment. I didn't necessarily take action on it. I wasn't in a space where I was ready to embody that type of change in my life. Even though I love fashion and I had all these bad bitch clothes in my closet, I just wasn't ready to wear them on a day-to-day basis. But I went on my healing journey. I kept following her on Instagram. And over time, I really started to heal. I started to join different communities for dance and for somatic therapy. I started to do some deep inner work and explored my relationship patterns and what was keeping me stuck. I also joined Yoga for 12-Step Recovery, which is a yoga based Alcoholic Anonymous adjunct program where you come together and the first half of the yoga class is an AA meeting and then the second half is movement. And through all of these modalities and group experiences, I was able to heal. It was a really freaking beautiful thing. And I had maintained my sobriety for an extended period of time from November of 2025 until the end of March 2026. Now, this is when things get juicy because in the podcast, I have an episode all about relapse. So if you've ever had issues with drug dependency, alcoholism, or any type of behavior you don't like, addictive behavior, I recommend you go listen to that relapse episode after this because I talk a lot about how relapse is my favorite stage of the behavior change process for a reason. In our relapse moments, we learn the most about ourselves. And this relapse on drugs that I had at the end of March 2026 changed my fucking life for the better. It's crazy. So, okay, here we go. I was going to a concert with my friends for this band named Lotus. And Lotus has been a staple in my life for a very long time. I literally even have a Lotus tattoo on my leg for the band. Not kidding you guys. They have had that big of an impact on my life. I've been to somewhere between 80 and 100 Lotus shows, okay? So this is a very regular occurrence in my life where I have bonded with my friends and I have went to be at their shows and listen to their music and do drugs. Not going to lie to you, especially psychedelics, to expand my consciousness and to have an experience, an immersive experience with the music. And so I had been sober for quite a while. And at the concert, I really wanted to let loose. I really wanted to embody this energy that was so familiar in my life of being at the show and experiencing a different part of my consciousness, expressing a different aspect of my energy. And so when I went to the concert, I decided to do mushrooms with my friends. And so I took some mushrooms, and at the show, I wore this outfit that was on motherfucking fleek. Okay. I'm telling you, I was the main character at this concert. I was wearing a black rhinestone mesh top with this itty bitty little black bra underneath. I had a short black rhinestone mini skirt with ripped up fishnets and a leather biker vest. And then I had my short little hair and I did my makeup and I wore all this jewelry and I was just motherfucking feeling myself, okay? I even had metallic combat boots on to complete the whole look. And at the show, I did mushrooms with my friends. The music was just amazing. We had the best time ever. And then we went to the after party and just danced all freaking night long. Like it was so much fun. Now, the next day, Lotus was playing at the same venue again because often these bands will book like 2 nights in a row if it's a city that they know they're going to sell out the show at. And so they booked the venue again and we went back to see Lotus again. And I wore a cute little outfit. It wasn't like the main character outfit like I had worn the night before, but I still looked really fucking good. And guess what? I did some more mushrooms, okay? So I did some more mushrooms. I'm looking good. We're at Lotus. We're dancing. We're vibing. And I go outside at set break to get some fresh air. And when I was out at set break, I looked at this guy who was standing in the patio with me, and he comes up to me and he goes, "Excuse me, can I just talk to you for a minute?" And I was like, "Sure, what's up?" And he was like, "I needed to find you because I had to tell you that your outfit from yesterday was fucking fire." He was like, "That shit was so fucking hot. And I just had to tell you and I just had to pay my respects." And I was like, "Thank you so much. Like, are you kidding me? That's the first time I ever gotten a compliment on my outfit from the day before." And I was literally just beside myself because I was like, "Okay, wait, let me get this straight. This guy saw me yesterday, and it's been 24 hours now. We've been through a lot of shit. We saw the concert, we did the after party, and here we are again." And in that 24 hours, he was thinking about me the whole time. And then it fucking dawned on me. I'm like, "Bitch, why the fuck are you waiting to see Lotus and do drugs to be the main character when you can just be the fucking main character every day of your life?" And so I get done with set break. We go back down. We see another set of Lotus. And in the set, I'm listening to the music. I'm dancing. I'm vibing with my friends. And the mushrooms take over. And they're just like, Jenna, 30-day fashion challenge, 30-day fashion challenge. Like, you need to embody this energy every fucking day. Don't keep waiting for these concerts or these festivals. Just get started. Do it right here. Do it right now. 30-day fashion challenge. And so I go on for the rest of my night and I have fun with my friends. We're hanging out at the house afterwards. I wake up the next morning and I'm not going to lie to you. I felt a little guilty about doing the mushrooms and relapsing. I did. And I teach about not feeling guilt and shame after a relapse. But you know what? Guess what? I'm human and I was in my feels. I was deep in my feels. I was a little disappointed in myself that I had chose to party and consume drugs when I had been so committed to my sobriety and I had been on the straight and narrow, so to speak. But I couldn't take anything back, and that was life. So I was talking to my friends about it, and they were supporting me with it. And they said, look, girl, like, don't feel bad. It happened. We had a great time. You have to integrate the experience you just had. And I'm sure that you're going to get exactly what you need from this. And if you don't want to use anymore, then don't use. And I'm like, you're right. You're right. I need to stop the guilt and shame spiral and I need to come home and I need to integrate this experience. And this was on March 29th. I had so much fun with my friends at that concert. I took a bunch of pictures, and as I was integrating the experience, I shared one of the pictures from the night where I wore the main character outfit. It was me and my roommate and one of my best friends, Phil. He was wearing this rhinestone tiger t-shirt. So both of us, we were wearing black rhinestones, and according to one of his friends, we looked bodega hot. Okay. So I post this picture reminiscing and integrating about the night we had. And when I posted it, the response on Instagram was insane. Like, I wasn't posting at the time because I had this fear of being seen. And so I really wasn't showing people my life or talking on camera at all. I was actually hiding a lot. And when I showed that picture to people of me and Phil on my Instagram, so much love came pouring in. So many people were like, oh my God, you guys look amazing. I love you and Phil. I'm so happy you had fun this weekend. Like, oh, you guys just are the cutest people ever. So happy for you. And that's when it dawned on me. I was like, okay, the mushrooms told me I needed to do this 30-day fashion challenge. And me and Phil looked really hot. I loved sharing it with the public. The response was good. And so here it is. This is what you're going to do to integrate this experience. You are going to get dressed for every day of April. Again, I took that photo on March 29th. So I was like, okay, April 1st, you start. And you're going to be the main character of your life. I decided that I was going to be the art, the artist, and the muse by getting dressed every single day from head to toe. Clothes, jewelry, doing my hair, doing my makeup, wearing the appropriate shoes, like all out aesthetic, gala darling esque outfits. And then I was going to just snap a little photo and post it on my Instagram story and just leave it at that. No explanation, no comments, no telling people what I was doing. I was just doing it for me because I really wanted to make a promise to myself. And I was tired of sitting on the sidelines. I was tired of having the fear of being seen. And so I kind of used this as my exposure therapy. The first day I posted a picture, people were like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. And then the next day, I didn't get as much of a response. But then the next day, people started to notice. And over time, each day, I came up with a different look. And it really fueled my creativity because fashion is something I love. It is literally my motherfucking passion. And I had all these clothes for festivals and special events that were just sitting in my closet, tucked away, that I was never wearing because I live in Buffalo, New York, and I have nowhere to fucking go. And I said, you know what? I don't fucking care. If I just put on this hot ass outfit and sit at my desk, then so be it. But I was allowing myself to be seen by other people, and I was conceptualizing myself as art. Here's the interesting thing about this challenge. Over time, because I was perceiving myself differently, and because my perception of me changed, and I was posting using myself as the subject of my art, other people's perception of me changed. And so many people started noticing me for my outfits. They were asking me for fashion tips to help style them. Guys were like reaching out to me in my DMs, like obsessed with me, obsessed with my beauty and my poise. And, of course, I was the target of some derogatory marks. Yes, some people were being a little bit inappropriate, but that was the vast minority. Actually, what truly happened was that people were starting to see me and recognize me for my creativity, for my passion, and for my beauty. And it felt really fucking good. It felt really fucking good to be recognized for my creation. And having people reflect that back to me was life changing because I had the fear of being seen. And so I was shut down. I wasn't allowing people into my life. I was staying small. I was staying quiet. I wasn't visible. And it was really making me depressed. I was sitting there looking at everyone else's perfect fucking life on their Instagram stories. Meanwhile, here I am laying in bed with some chocolate hazelnut cookies from Trader Joe's, just eating in my pajamas and wishing that my life could be different. And so, you know what? I made my fucking life different by doing this 30-day fashion challenge. And then the craziest thing is, I started to have all of these creative ideas come to me. Like, I just started to express myself, how I was thinking and how I was feeling on a daily basis was something that I began to share on my Instagram stories, not because anyone told me to or because I felt like I had to. It was literally because I wanted to. I had such an overflow of energy and creativity and passion that I wanted to share it with the world. And over time, this spiraled and grew into me now talking to you in this podcast episode. I swear to God. And so, what do I want to offer you? Well, I want to offer you an opportunity to go through this process yourself because I had no idea how it would change my life, but through taking care of myself, through honoring my body, through doing it right here, right now, and not waiting for something in my life to change, right? I didn't wait for the weight loss. I didn't wait for the money in my bank account. I didn't wait for the next Lotus show. I simply decided and made it a choice that I was going to be fucking hot right here, right now. And so you need to make a choice, okay? Do you want to be fucking hot and sexy or do you not? Because contrary to popular belief, you don't have to go on a diet. You don't have to lose weight. You don't have to restrict your food. You don't have to change anything about yourself. You literally fucking decide and you commit. So I am going to be hosting a group fashion challenge that begins on July 14th, on the new moon, y'all. The new moon is when we start to plant the seeds for our future, because I have had people reach out to me and say, wow, that 30-day fashion challenge sounds amazing, but I'm too scared. I don't think I could ever do something like that. And when people told me that, it dawned on me. Yeah, I was fucking scared too. I was so scared of how people would perceive me. And I was scared to look vain or too much or self obsessed, right? But I'm telling you, being self obsessed and making my life into art has completely opened me up to so much love, connection, experiences, and opportunities that I would have never even fucking imagined at the beginning of that 30-day fashion challenge. And so, what we're going to do is I am going to offer you an opportunity to do this with the support and empowerment of my guidance. We are going to have a group Telegram channel. And in this group Telegram channel, every single day, I am going to post some nugget of wisdom about fashion, about body positivity, about how to be seen and get over the fear of being seen, how to lean into pleasure and beauty and desire in your day-to-day life. So you're going to get something that's intuitively channeled. If you like my podcasts and if you like my Instagram stories, this challenge is for you, because you're going to get juicy shit that nobody else is going to hear. And then what are you going to do? You're going to have the accountability of me and the group to get dressed, look hot, and post your fucking thirst traps in the group, because it can be scary. Maybe you don't feel comfortable posting it on Instagram right away, and that's okay. Okay. I want you to just see what happens when you have the community support and the accountability to get dressed, be sexy, and look hot in this 30-day fashion challenge. Now, over time, some things are going to start to shift in your life. I don't know what. I can't predict it. However, I have walked this road before you. So I do have a deeper understanding of the things that may arise. But I want to be there for you to really guide you through this identity shift, because trust me, when you make this promise to yourself and when you commit to stepping into a new identity through fashion, holy shit, things start to change really fucking fast. I am so excited to bring this to you. The challenge, again, is going to start on July 14th. It's literally only $30 to join for 30 days of support, accountability, and empowerment. Holy shit, $1 a day? I mean, that's fucking ridiculous. So if you want to try this, if you want to be brave, if you want to be bold, if you want to step into your bad bitch energy, I invite you to join my 30-day group fashion challenge. The link is in the show notes below. Oh my God. I am so excited, because this has changed my life in such a profound way, and I cannot wait to share it with you. So check out the show notes, sign up, get in the Telegram channel, and I cannot wait to see you starting July 14th, because by August, your whole fucking life is going to be different. Trust me on that. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Bad Bitch Embodiment podcast. If you enjoyed our conversation, please share with members of your community, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so we can keep having these amazing conversations every week. I will see you next Thursday. And until then, you are a bad bitch. Don't you ever forget it.